Okay, so this is coming straight from the favorite Pokemon of each type episode. But now I'm going to be doing my least favorite Pokemon of each type. Now this list was pretty hard to make because there are honestly a bunch of Pokemon that I like, and there are very few that I dislike, but the only times I've ever really said I hate a Pokemon is because I've had a challenging battle with that Pokemon before. Anything else I just don't like. I don't dislike, I just don't like. But there literally is no Pokemon on this planet that I generally feel supremely strong hate towards. In fact, there are two Pokemon on this list which are literally here for no apparent reason other than the fact that they're not that impressive towards me. Or at least there's one, because at least one of them has a bit more of a reason. But there's one Pokemon on here, at least, that is on here for no apparent reason, other than the fact that it's not that impressive for me. So, let's get straight into this. So, starting off, my least favourite, sorry, I made this in the last episode. My least favourite bug type, should come as no surprise really, is Wormadam. The only reason I put Wormadam at this list is because not only is it so hard to obtain, it's just normally so friggin' useless. I'm sorry if I offended some people by saying that, because honestly, it's not the worst Pokemon in the world. No, that's coming up. It's just, Wormadam, compared to stuff like Butterfree, Ninjask, Scizor, it's not impressive at all. Mothim is actually really good, but Wormadam and the 3 types of forms you get for it are just not. Okay, so like I said at the beginning of the video, there are 2 Pokemon that are on here for no apparent reason, really. And the first one is my favorite Dark type, my least favorite Dark type, which is Purloin and its evolved form Liepard. Now, a bit more of a reason for Purloin is the fact that it's my least favorite Dark type because it spams moves like Fake Out, Assist, and Thief. But other than that, it's not a bad Pokemon, and it's just a normal first route or second route, I guess, Pokemon that you can find in the game. And other than that, I really don't have much against it. So, my least favorite Dragon type, and this was a hard one, because honestly, I love Dragon types. My favorite type is Flying, but there isn't a single Dragon type Pokemon I dislike. But my least favourite has got to go to Kingdra for 2 main reasons. The first reason is the fact that it doesn't look like a dragon. And I know the same thing could be said about Vibrava, but Vibrava evolves into Flygon, which is what I find good. I love Flygon as a Pokemon and a Dragon type, and Kingdra just looks like a seahorse. And the other reason is the fact that I have heard that some of the strongest battles in the entire game series, such as Claire, Juan, some guy from Pokemon XD, they all use Kingdra, and it's because of the Kingdra that they are tough. Mainly because their Kingdra spams moves like Smokescreen and Double Team. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, there isn't a Pokemon that I generally feel much hate towards. Well, I lied. These 2 Pokemon I absolutely despise. And it's for multiple reasons. My least favourite electric types, yes, there's 2 of them, are Plusle and Minun. The main reason why I hate these 2 is because they gave me so much trouble in Pokemon Battle Revolution. I have that game, it's a Wii game for Pokemon. And it's basically where you can play the game using either some rental teams or your own team. And at this time, I hadn't completed Diamond and Pearl, so there was no point in actually sending my team over. But it took me multiple tries, because these guys were spamming moves like Thunder Wave, Helping Hand, Thunderbolt, Double Team. They were spamming moves like that. It was so annoying. And another thing I hate is their designs. Like, what even are they supposed to be? They are hands down the worst electric types and the worst Pikachu clones ever. And I'm speaking from the heart by saying that. I'm sorry if I offended some people by saying that. I understand that there are a lot of people who actually like Plusle and Minun. But if you've seen the Sinnoh anime, you will see that Dawn, the main female protagonist, agrees with me 100% on the fact that Plusle and Minun are the worst. My least favourite fairy type comes with more of a design-wise reason, and my least favourite fairy type is Granbull. Granbull just doesn't look like a fairy type, so I don't know why it got here. It's a Gen 2 Pokemon. I held up 3 fingers for some reason. It's a Gen 2 Pokemon. It looks good as a normal type, but for some reason in Generation 6, I believe it was, or it might have been Gen 7, they actually changed Granbull and its pre-evolved form Snubbull into fairy types, which they shouldn't have done. Another Pokemon that's actually on here for no reason other than the fact that I didn't find them that impressive as a Pokemon compared to the others of its type. Primeape is my least favourite fighting type. And even then, I love Primeape. Primeape's a really good Pokemon. I would have loved it a lot more if it got an Alolan form, but sadly enough it doesn't. But, yeah, Primeape, my least favourite fighting type for no apparent reason. Another Pokemon who's here for no really real reason, again, Rapidash is my least favourite fire type. No reason really, just the fact that I had it on one of my playthroughs of Pokemon Diamond, and unfortunately it wasn't useful at all. It was still a Ponyta when I reset the game. But it's not a bad Pokemon at all. It's just yeah, it's just not that impressive compared to other fire types. My least favourite flying type, and this one probably won't come as a surprise, is Farfetch'd, but honestly, I don't feel hate towards Farfetch'd at all. It's just, I never found it impressive as a Pokemon. And that is why it's my least favourite flying type, considering it's just really weird, particularly that piece of celery it holds, or whatever the hell that's supposed to be. It just reminds me of Hatsune Miku. Now, this is the one that I was building up towards, my least favourite ghost type, and I kind of really want to skip past this one, because he's literally here for no reason whatsoever, other than the fact that I honestly didn't find him as impressive as other Pokemon of his type. My least favourite ghost type is Dhelmise. Dhelmise is basically an anchor Pokemon from Generation 7, and oddly enough, Gen 7 has my favourite ghost type and my least favourite ghost type, but Dhelmise is literally not a bad Pokemon. I don't dislike it. I just don't find it impressive compared to other ghost types. My least favorite grass type, and honestly this one was a bit hard considering there are actually quite a few grass types I like. Now, my least favorite grass type though has to go, sorry to those who like this Pokemon, particularly you, Mystic Umbreon, Meganium. Now, a lot of people would probably actually go on my side for this one, considering Chikorita is widely known to be the worst starter Pokemon. I can't agree with that statement though, considering I find Pikachu and Yellow way worse. But, yeah, Meganium is just not that impressive compared to other grass starters. Frankly, it is a Gen 2 starter, and I only really like one of those, so, yeah, moving on. Another Pokemon that's here for design-wise, my least favourite ground type is Diggersby. And that's for 2 reasons. The first of all is the fact that it looks like a drunk man. Actually, no, it's here for 3 reasons. The first is that it's here because it looks like a drunk man who's basically stripped naked in the night and is wearing a barrel made of fluff. The second reason is because every time Diggersby appeared in the anime, it was a complete jerk. And the third reason is the fact that it was only when I was making this that I realised it was a ground type. I thought it was a pure normal type, and I know with a name like Diggersby it seems obvious, but I actually never thought that it was a ground type. My least favourite ice type, and this is saying something because ice is my least favourite type, and there's a lot I actually hate, and I don't need to say a lot about this one. My least favourite ice type is Vanillite, and I have a reason to why I actually dislike Vanillite. It's not design-wise. I know a lot of people hate it design-wise because it's an ice cream, but that's not the reason I hate it, and I will be doing a vlog on it soon. My least favourite normal type is Dunsparce. My least favourite poison type is, yeah, there's nothing to say about Dunsparce. My least favourite poison type is something that Team Splare tend to... Splare? Let's call them Team Splare? I meant to call them Team... It's something that Team Flare spam quite a bit in Pokemon X and Y, and that is a Pokemon named Swallow, and its pre-evolved form Gulpin. It just looks... Okay, look, the reason it's here is because it seems super weak, and it's super ugly. I actually hate its design. Alright, moving on though, Oddly enough, like I said in the previous video, which was like, my Psychic type is the only legendary, my least favorite Psychic type is actually a legendary as well. And some of you might be wondering, how dare you put a legendary as your least favorite Pokemon? Well, some people might agree with me, some people might not for this one. But the reason that this Pokemon gets my least favorite Psychic type is for more of a personal reason. And that is Azelf. Azelf gets here for being a dick to catch. Now, Mesprit was the same, but the reason Mesprit doesn't get here is because Mesprit's actually useful. Azelf is just a pain, and I used Mesprit in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and it was really useful in that playthrough. Moving on though, because I don't have much time left, my least favorite rock type is Relicanth for two reasons in particular. The first of all is it looks ugly, and the second is because, I actually went into the tournament in Pokemon Black and White 2, the double battle tournament, or the triple battle tournament, I don't remember which one it was, but I was in the Sinnoh Leaders tournament, and I was against Rourke, the Rock-type gym leader. He sweeped my entire team with Relicanth, using what's supposed to confuse me, Rest to put me to sleep, and just good stab moves like Waterfall and Rock Tomb. And it was so annoying. I got swept with this Relicanth. If only I'd had Decidueye, because Decidueye always one-shots Olivia's Relicanth. My least favorite Steel type goes to Probopass, mainly because it looks ugly, especially with the nose hairs or the moustache or whatever that is. It looks like Mario, to be honest, and that's why Mario always has it on his team, or at least in the theme teams I've seen people do. And also, it's just not that useful. The only good thing about it is it can learn Tri-Attack, which is a really good move, but already have Dodrio for that. And also, it's just so annoying to beat, because, again, like I said with the Relicanth, Olivia has one, but this one's really difficult to beat because it always has Sturdy, and even though Olivia is always spamming, potions on it, it's still annoying to take out. And the number one least favorite water type will definitely people will definitely agree with me, especially if you've seen WatchMojo.com's top 10 most annoying Pokemon. Number one goes to Tentacool and its evolved form Tentacruel. Now, the reason of these two being here is they have appeared in every main series Pokemon game aside from Black and White and Sun and Moon, and they appear on almost every surfing route, particularly the Elite Four ones, where they will spam poison attacks and confusion attacks, and it's really annoying. Also, there's no denying the ugliness from this Pokemon. As a matter of fact, in the episode of the anime where Tentacle was introduced, Ash Ketchum called it ugly. This Pokemon takes the word ugly to a new frigging level. Not even a Pokemon named Purugly can compete with this. I even like Dunsparce better than I like Tentacool, because honestly, Dunsparce is actually a good Pokemon now in my Pokemon Gates to Infinity. But yeah, that is it basically. Those are my least favourite Pokemon of each type, and most of these got on here for no apparent reason, but some of these got on here, particularly Plusle and Minun, for a really, really harsh reason. Now, I'm gonna go put some pizza on, I guess, and I will see you in the next video. This is the beginning of a series I'm planning on doing, by the way. It's all inspired by M&J TV Pokevids. It's called the My Pokemon Stories series. And I will be sitting here and I will be talking about what my Pokemon stories are. I will be talking about things like how many shinies I have, how I've got those shinies, hardest battles in the series, some scary stories I've had with Pokemon, which you probably won't see actually, because I've honestly not had that many. I've never done a Nuzlocke or something like that. So, probably won't see that anytime soon. But thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.